DVD that has 3 audio recordings on it.
Are these the phone call?
Yes.
All right, the DVD is 28.
Okay, and then the first call that we're going to play is the May 12, 2022 call with the court redactions, and so the transcript of that will be 29.
All right.
Your Honor, can the jury be instructed that they are not to try and speculate what was redacted, what wasn't redacted? They're only supposed
Yeah, I had told you earlier that there are things in the transcripts that have been taken out. The things that have been taken out have no bearing on any decision you have to make. So that's why they've been taken out. What being provided to you is what will assist you in your decision in this case.
Well, we pass now. I'll ask a couple of questions first. Mr. Cheney, have you actually heard the full recordings of what you turned over?
Yes,
When's the last time you heard them?
this morning.
This morning. So you heard them in their entirety, is that correct?
Correct.
Would you agree that what the defense played was a tiny snippet overall, those recordings?
Yes, the recording was 30 minutes. Played, what, 3 minutes? So, yes.
And I just want to be clear. Even on the part of it, whatever part was edited that the jury isn't going to hear, at no point in time did Relly ever say to you, or imply, or infer, that the shooting did not happen. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Would you agree that in every interaction you've had with him, however many there are, since the incident occurred, that he has always been very clear in his position that the defendant shot at him and that he was hit?
Yes.
All right, we're going to play these. To make it easy, you would agree that when the defense played you the calls, they started with them out of order. The first snippet they played was from August, and actually your first call was in May. Is that correct?
May, June, July, August is the correct order of dates, correct? Yeah.
Well, when you say May, June, July, August, I thought we only have 2 dates.
I'm giving you the sequence of dates, right?
Well,
Of
okay,
a month, right? So,
You know, let me just inquire. I'm a little confused what you just said. So my understanding is there are only 2 calls, one in May
correct.
and one in August. Is that right?
Yes.
But you just said May, June, July, and
Let me
August.
correct myself. I'm giving you, you asked me, was May before August? I said yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
right? So May,
understood.
June, July, August is
Got
the
it.
sequence of dates.
So,
yeah.
understood.
Got
So I'm just making clear, we're now going to play this. What we're going to play, you would agree, this is chronologically, meaning this is the first of the recorded calls. Is that right?
Yeah.
And before we start, it's your position that Relly called you and you called him back all ready to record. Is that right?
Yes.
Prior, when he had called you, at that point in time, you didn't know what he was going to say, correct?
No, it was just a lot of calls.
Right, but so what I'm saying is at the time he calls you, in May, you don't know about the shooting.
No.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So the first time you find about the shooting is during the May 2022 call, and because you don't know what he's going to be talking to you about, you have no idea why there is going to be any value in recording him. Is that right?
No, but there was a numerous amount of missed calls, kept calling him, so.
Here's what I don't understand. Why, if you don't know anything about the incident, anything about the allegations, why are you taping a call with your friend?
Just to protect myself, and just to have just oversight.
Why would you need to protect yourself from a friend when you know nothing about any incident that he was involved in?
It seemed weird.
So you're saying you got repeated calls from somebody your friend, Relly. You didn't know what it was about, and so your response to getting repeated calls from him was to go, you know what, I'm going to call him back, and I think I'm going to tape him and not tell him. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're saying that was done because you felt you needed to protect yourself. Is that right?
Correct.
What were you protecting yourself from?
Just whatever was said. I mean,
So, do you typically, when you get missed calls, do you call people back and you record them?
they're being weird, yes.
What is weird about a missed call?
10 missed calls in 2 minutes, weird.
So, when you say if someone's being weird, you didn't talk to them, correct?
No, but there might have been text too, but I don't remember.
Mr. Lewin? It's time to move on.
All right, let's play. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to ask you questions about it when it's done.
And Your Honor, when we get to the last page, it didn't print out, so I will pull it up on my computer.
So there's a page 16?
There it is.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have.
No one has it. That's why I said I'll pull it up on my computer.
Right.
Should be on the screen.
All right, I'm going to start the recording. And the file name is IMG_0786 redacted.
This is the May 12, 2022 call.
Yes.
Yo, bro. You? Shit, bro, my bad. I'm in my girl shit in bed, so. Oh, yeah. What you want? Shit. The crib. What happened, bro? You know, I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm mad at both y'all niggas for letting that shit happen, for me.
Stop.
Oh, you know.
Did you hear what was just said?
Yes.
You just said, quote, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. I thought you don't know anything that's happening.
Like I said, there might have been text prior.
No, what you testified to, sir, was that the first time you ever heard anything about that incident was when Terrell called you. And I'm reading this, and it says, quote, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. So I want you to explain to me, if you didn't know about it before this call, what in the heck is that comment about?
Objection, Judge. Argumentative.
Sustain the spirit.
Please explain what you meant by, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit if you did not have any prior knowledge of the incident.
Just trying to mediate the situation, that's what I meant.
How can you mediate a situation that you know nothing about and have never heard of?
Like I told you, I might have received the text from him, so yeah.
Do you recall me asking you, prior to the break, 3 different times, and again after the break, whether you had heard anything about the incident until you talked to Terrell on May 12, 2022, and you responded each time, no, this was the first time I heard of it. Do you recall responding to that? Sorry, Ron. It's loud because this court knows I can't hear, so my apologies.
Yes, but I thought you were specifically talking to the phone call, so yeah.
Wait a minute, can you repeat that, please?
You can repeat your question, I'll answer it.
So what I'm asking you is, I asked you 4 different times before the break, 1 time after the break. I confirmed the first time you had ever heard anything about this shooting incident that happened in November was during the May call, this call, with Relly. And yet the first thing you say is, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. And then you say, in testimony today, I was trying to mediate. So my question is, how can you be talking about not picking sides and about mediating when you never heard of what happened?
I think I answered this where I think I received text as well. So, yeah. And what I mean by picking sides is trying to mediate the situation.
So when you say you received text, So are you now changing your testimony and saying, yes, I knew about this incident beforehand?
Objection, argument.
Repeat the question?
Are you now saying, yes, I was aware of the incident from November of 2021 prior to this phone call?
I'm not sure. 3 years ago.
Well, I want you to take a look. Look at the transcript. I want you to look at page 2, and I want you to read again to yourself. And I want you to read starting at line 8 to line 11, and tell me if now you understand whether or not.
Yeah, I think I get your question, and my answer again is, I believe, I'm not sure if I think I received text messages about this situation, so, yeah.
So you're saying you decided to you recorded these calls. Did you save those text messages?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? Do you have those text messages today?
Probably not, and your definition of I'm not sure is,
Mr. Lewin, are you going to play with the rest of the?
I don't know.
I am, but I'm taking them one at a time, and then I'll start playing again.
All right, let's,
I think it's easier to hit each point as it comes up.
you hit this one a lot.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to get, he just now said that there are text messages he believes. What do you believe was said in the text messages?
I don't remember.
Well, so obviously, if you knew about it, that would have meant that Relly would have had to have told you what happened in these texts, correct?
Possibly.
Well, when you say possibly, will you at least concede that you knew about the incident, given what you said, prior to you recording the conversation?
Can't confirm that, but I'm not sure.
And let me ask you again, since your memory's a little hazy, is it, as you sit here, maybe you think you might have talked to the defendant about it sometime between November and May?
No.
So what would be your rush, sir, right after you talk to Relly, to call the defendant if that was the first time you ever heard anything about the alleged shooting, the lawsuit? What made you immediately pick up the phone and call Rocky?
I think I answered this. I was trying to mediate the situation, so I sent it over to him.
All right, couldn't continue playing.
Picking sides, that nigga 100% crazy and wrong. 100% wrong. And he got 12-year ills mixed up. Bro, you gotta understand, Rocky been on his high horse for a very long time, you feel me?
Would you agree, sir, that during this little section, that Relly is basically telling you, he is saying that the defendant was 100% wrong and then he got 12 in ills mixed up in it?
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
Stand. Stand.
Do you agree that in that section, sir, as you listen to it, as you read it right now, that Relly is telling you that Rocky has basically done him wrong?
Your Honor, I'm objecting again.
Can we get a grounds?
The words speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Go on, keep going. Push the play button.
Your Honor, I'm going to...
Oh, push the play button. Let's continue.
Your Honor, I'll do that, but again, I keep asking, he doesn't give grounds. We're lawyers. Lawyers give grounds. That's how law works in California.
I know how it works in California.
Well, Your Honor, I'm
Stop telling me how it works in California, how it doesn't work. No speaking objections. State the grounds, state objection and the legal grounds. Push the play button.
As a duty he did, I don't have, he forced my hand, you feel me? I got over 20 missed calls between him. It was, why is Rocky going out his way to do anything like that? You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're going to hear the story or whatever it is, but you got to look at it like this. Why is he going out his way to call me 20 times? Got ills and 12 with him, text messages saying link up, where you at? And all of this is because of I pressed him about Josh, him not doing right by Josh, and he spoke to Josh Mom and lied. You get what I'm saying? So I wrote him about.
Were you aware prior to Relly relating this information to you that there had been a pre-existing issue between Relly and Rocky regarding Josh.
No, I don't know ASAP Josh.
Did you know what he was referring to?
Not really, I don't know Josh. I didn't know Josh.
But you agree that ASAP Relly told you that he, in essence, pressed Rocky about Josh and about him not doing right by Josh and accusing Rocky of lying. That's what he told you, correct?
Yeah, he's telling his side of the story.
All right, please continue.
He hits up Bari later about that, but I'm with Bari. Bari got the phone on speaker. You get what I'm saying? This shit didn't fit well with me. So Rocky talks about me within that conversation because he sees I text him about Josh. You feel me? I told him I'm taking ASAP out my name. This is 7 months ago. I took ASAP out my name. You feel me? Yeah. He's a bitch. So he goes in and says, hey, Bari, because Bari influenced him a whole week later doing that complex kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Just so happened I'm with Bari while Rocky hits her. Rocky says my name. You get what I'm saying? Real Money, 12-year ills is at his house. I hit Real Money the next morning. Tell Real.
You would agree that is ASAP Relly telling you that basically he is present for a conversation where ASAP Rocky is talking to Bari and is saying negative things about E. Relly, correct? That's what that means, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, it's not clear, and I'm asking the witness because the witness understands how they speak to each
You've
other.
already indicated that you want a legal ground.
Let me give you.
Mr. Tacopina said objection. He's about to state the
I'm
legal
sorry,
ground.
It's irrelevant what he believes Relly meant. That's the same objection I
Sustain.
No, I'm not asking what
The
he
words speak for themselves. In final argument, you can put your interpretation on what was said. Mr. Tacopina can do the same thing.
Your Honor, am I allowed to inquire the witness since they're speaking in a manner that is not necessarily easy for anybody to understand? I have to inquire him, what does that mean? I'm not asking,
But you're not asking what that means.
what does it mean? What does what you just heard, where Terrell tells you that just basically, and I heard you, but in Rocky head, he looked like a bitch because Barry had him on speaker. Rocky didn't know who else heard that conversation, but I heard him talk about it. And I told Rocky over the years, and if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me?
I can't tell you what he means. You need to ask Terrell.
I think it might be helpful if Mr. Jimmy had.
I have
Oh, you have it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
All right.
So you're telling me, listening to that, you didn't understand that to mean that there had been a phone call where Rocky had been talking bad about Relly, not knowing Relly could hear it, and that Barry had been involved. That's not what you understood that to mean?
He's telling his side of the story, so sure. Yeah.
No, I didn't ask you whether it was true or not. I asked you, is that what Relly told you?
Yes, I'm on the other side of the phone call.
Okay. All right, keep playing.
Money. I heard Rocky bitch ass tell him I don't fuck with him. Woo-de-woo-de-woo-de-woo. You feel me? No fighting words, none of that. Just basically, nigga, I heard you. But in Rocky's head, he looked like a bitch because Bari had him on speaker. Rocky don't know who else heard that conversation, but he know I heard him talk about me, and I told Rocky over the years, nigga, if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me? I feel it. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, I guess that was enough for him. He felt like a bitch because he knew I heard that conversation. I was supposed to hear that conversation because Rocky I never heard him say curse words or even have that type of energy towards me. You know what I'm saying? So now I know the real him. I tell Real Money, tell that nigga fuck him. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. Shit is related to him. Next thing you know, I get over 20, 30 missed calls between him and Ills and Rocky. Text messages. I'm staying at the Lowe's. I tell him, he calls me, I finally answer because I'm sleeping.
Did you take from that, as you heard it, that Relly was now telling you that there was a dispute between he and Rocky that also now was bringing in Ills as well, and that it had resulted in 20 or 30 missed calls between the defendant and Relly.
Judge, I'm objecting again for the same reason I object before it's irrelevant what this witness is portraying. The words of the transcript.
Your Honor, it actually goes
Stop, both of you, no speaking objections, don't debate. Do you know what this means?
I can't decipher what somebody, I'm hearing this side of the story, I can't decipher what they actually mean.
Okay, all right, go on.
Then, I'm not asking you whether you believe it or whether it's credible. I'm simply asking you, when you were told this, Relly was telling you that this dispute between he and Rocky had resulted in 20 to 30 missed calls between him, which is Relly, Ills, and Rocky. Is that right?
He's telling me that.
Yes. And he's also telling you he's staying at the Lowe's, and he tells you that he finally answers because he's sleeping. Is that right?
He's telling me that.
Now, you said you've been watching this trial, correct?
Correct.
When did you find out you were going to be a witness in this case?
Just recently.
Well, a couple of days ago, correct?
Correct.
And you continue to watch the trial, is that correct?
Correct.
Didn't the defense tell you, hey, listen, you're going to be a witness in this case? You should not be watching the trial?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain. Sustain.
For what grounds, Your Honor?
It's irrelevant. Just ask another question.
When you were watching the trial, you were hearing and listening what witnesses were saying about this case, is that correct?
Yes.
So as you sit here, you know everything that's taken place up to this time in this trial, is that right?
No, I didn't watch every minute of every hour of the case.
Well, you certainly know overall what has been transpiring in this case, correct?
Not overall.
Do you know what,
If I miss some days, how was that overall?
do you know what the defense is in this case?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Are you aware that the defense is claiming that it was a prop gun that was used by ASAP Rocky?
Objection, irrelevant.
What's the grounds?
It's not relevant what Mr. Sajimi is aware of as it relates to the defense.
Have you ever seen Rocky with prop gun?
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
You ever seen with prop gun?
No.
And would you agree, I'm just going to ask you, but would you agree that in the world that you're involved in the entertainment world, in the rap world, if somebody is a concern about violence or a home invasion robbery, are you aware in your experience of anybody ever carrying a prop gun to deter that kind of conduct?
Objection, speculation.
Sustain. Sustain.
I'm asking if he's aware. No speculation, Your Honor. Okay.
It's asking him to speculate. So,
I'm not in the entertainment world.
No, you don't have to. Unless he said he's not in the rap world. So, ask another question.
We can continue to play.
I answered it. He's like, "Where you at?" with a slick voice. I'm like, "Huh? Where you at?" Nigga, I'm at the W. I'm not really at the Lowe's. You feel me? And we know how you Boulevard. It all look the same. You're like, "No, you're not, nigga. That's a bum ass hotel." I'm like, "Huh?" He said, "Show me outside." Okay. All of it looked the same. I'll show him outside. Wait, guys, I'll be in 5 minutes. I'm like, "Alright." My girl like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. He calls me. Else calls me. I got all these text messages. But these niggas isn't done. You and a couple only people heard this story. Rocky out here thinking it's all sweet, but his life is really, and bro,
that's what I wanted to ask you, bro. Like, why really though? You feel me? Why take it to the guys? You feel me?
for me,
Yeah, him though, how the boys you.
I went or not, bro. He's a multi-millionaire. He blamed at me. I'm no longer on his level. Everybody turned on me. Everybody, bro. Rocky had everybody turn on me.
What did you mean when you said, why take it to, the guys? What did that mean?
The police, I wanted to have them find a resolution outside of legal or police.
Well, would you agree that if Rocky shot him and hit him, isn't that a police matter?
Sure. Yes.
Well, so why then are you saying, you know what, why are you taking it to the guys?
I think I can answer that.
So have you already decided what side you're on?
No, but I think when you're trying to mitigate a situation, the best solution is not all of this.
You used an interesting, you just said mitigate. Before you said mediate.
Mediate, I'm sorry.
Well, let's back up. You were trying to mitigate this situation for your buddy.
I spoke wrong. I was trying to mediate.
Let me ask my question. Who used the word mitigate?
I did, and I was wrong.
Motion to strike everything after I did as non-responsive.
Sustained.
You would agree that in using that term, that could certainly, if you could convince Relly to not cooperate with the police or authorities, that could mitigate the situation for your friend ASAP Rocky, correct?
I was trying to mediate the situation.
How exactly were you trying to mediate the situation to help Relly?
Really just hear him out.
Hear him out on a tape call that you could then call your buddy ASAP Rocky about, is that right?
Mediating the situation to me was hearing him, his frustration.
Hearing his frustration, your friend, so you could report it to the true person that you had interest in protecting, correct?
I think it was right. I think it was right to show the other person or show both sides when you're talking both sides. So, yeah.
How many of your calls with Rocky did you make?
None. We didn't talk on the phone. Never talked on the phone.
Go ahead and continue, play.
Problem? Technical problem?
Yes. I'm just gonna reopen it, I'll get right back to that.
I'll ask some other questions in the meantime. So we don't waste any time.
Everybody turned on me. Everybody, bro. Yeah, everybody turned on me that day. Plus, what the fuck am I doing? Spin on this block and go shoot him up? Like, do my cripple head? Because he's a multi-million, bro. I'm not having nobody shoot at me when I'm taking it on the chin. And two, I'm not about to spin on Rocky's block. I'm already a millionaire, nigga. You get what I'm saying? So,
At this point, Relly was telling you that Rocky had shot at him, correct? What you just heard.
I don't know what he meant exactly with why wouldn't I, bro? He's a multi-millionaire. Glad at me. No longer level.
Where he says, or do I cripple him because he's a multimillionaire, bro? I'm not having nobody shoot at me. You didn't understand that to me? He was saying that Rocky shot at him?
That's what he meant. I can't decipher what he meant, right?
You cannot decipher what he meant by, I'm not having nobody shoot at me. You can't decipher that.
Sustained. The words speak for themselves. Again, you can comment on them in final argument, or Mr. Zlomek, whoever does the final argument, as can Mr. Tarantino. The words are there. Both of you can put whatever inference you want. Go on. Go on to the next question. Go ahead.
You're a black nigga. How many niggas ever think how to get money, how to do this? Do you watch them do that? Do you have a foundation for black people? Do you have a foundation for anybody? No, this nigga's greedy. You get what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and be like, oh, how you meet somebody like that, bro? You take away what they have, dogs. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not doing it on some like this, that, and third, on some police shit. Nigga, I'm gonna have that guy a warrior. The same day, because he raped at me 4 or 5 times. I had to use pills as a shit, bro. I'd be dead.
I feel
Did Relly tell you that he had to use bills as a shield or I'd be dead?
You said that.
Keep playing.
You really trying to, like, you feel me? You not trying to end slash and shit with some paper or something, or what? You know, like.
Bro, it's too late. He told me to suck a dick. Boom. I hit a John the same day. Bro, that's all on him. He had nothing but time. Bro, went ahead and got the best lawyer in LA and went about my business. You feel me? He told John to stop contacting me. I sent him the pictures of the bullets, sent him the text messages of him, letting him know how serious this is. You know what he said? Nigga, fuck you.
I feel, bro.
So what am I supposed to do? I accept it.
So, Relly is telling you that the defendant shot at him and then basically told him, F you, I'm not giving you anything. And your response is, he says, you feel me, and you say, yeah. What was the point of your response?
I'm consulting through mediation, so
So, you're consulting through a mediation. Can you explain what you mean by that, please?
I'm mediating the situation, so I'm hearing him out.
Isn't it true that what you're doing is you are trying to make Relly think that you are on his side, while at the same time you are taping him and then immediately contacting the man he is saying shot at him, who is actually your closer friend. Isn't that correct?
No, I'm mediating the situation, so
Keep playing. So, you also say, this is on, you got it in front of you, you say, you've got to try to squash this shit, get some paper or something, or what? You know, like, you see that? That's on page 8, lines 7 through 9.
yes.
You're telling him, when you mean get some paper, you're telling him you got to get some money from the defendant, correct?
I'm really just giving him options to mediate the situation, so there's resolution.
Right, and the option you're giving him is you're basically telling him he can go get money from the defendant. That's what that means, correct?
No.
What does it mean when you're saying to go get paper? What does that mean?
I'm giving him options, right? Not just one option, what you're saying.
So listen to me. I didn't ask you how many options you're giving him. Listen to my question.
You said, what does this mean?
What does
Line- Let me finish,
Sure.
right? So what does this mean from line 6 to 9?
No, let me be
That's
real
what you
clear.
asked, right?
No, this is what I asked you.
All right.
You ready? What does it mean when you said get some paper or something? What does that mean?
It can be money.
What's that?
I said it can be money.
Wait, it can mean money or it did mean money?
It can.
What did it mean when you said it?
I said it can mean money.
Listen to my question. Are you the one that said that?
Yeah.
When you said it, did it mean money?
Yeah.
You were telling him you can get some money from Rocky. That's where you're saying you're trying to mediate, correct?
No.
No?
I'm giving options to mediate the situation.
Sir, one of those options is, you're telling him an option would be get some paper or something, correct?
Correct.
Now let me ask you, up until this time in the conversation, has Relly mentioned that he is going to try to be getting a bunch of money from the defendant?
I'm not sure.
Well, would you agree that it looks like you're the person suggesting that he go get some money with this get some paper, correct?
Giving it an option within the mediation.
And that's coming from you, correct?
Correct.
And you're aware that's exactly what he did, correct?
I believe so.
Well, you believe so. You're aware. You said you taped him. He went and got a lawyer, and he ended up suing the defendant for money. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay, move on.
Keep playing.
Niggas shooting at me 4 or 5 times where I almost died. Or shoot this man. Now, coming with suing, of course, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. So that's when that's when he got to leave. You feel me?
I feel ain't no way niggas could slide, like, you feel me? No paper, no nothing, Rose, like, you feel me? Like,
bro, he's 33 years old. He got other men talking for him. He know what he did. You get what I'm saying? He had more than enough time. This shit happened 7 months later. He wasn't trying to reach out to me. He still can't reach out to me.
I feel with the legal shit and pulling out of board, you know, so.
That's on him. I didn't want to go about that way.
When he said on the top of page 9, he says, now coming with suing, of course, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. He was referring to the incident with Rocky, right? That's how you took it, is that right?
Objection to what he interpreted, brother, saying this again, not relevant.
Is that correct?
Can you repeat the question?
So he is saying the severity of this case, and he says, now coming with suing, of course, the severity of the case, he tried to kill me. So that's where he's going to. That's why he got a read. You feel me, and you say, yeah, I feel. Ain't no way ends good like you feel me. No paper, no nothing, Rosie. You're saying at that point, he's telling you he tried to kill me, and you're telling him, hey, get some money, correct? As an option.
Trying to mediate the situation, yes.
That's not the question I asked you. Are you telling him to get some money as an option?
Not directly.
So what does it mean? What is indirect about you mentioning get some paper?
I think it's the way we talk. You really wouldn't understand, but there's a way we talk that puts out options, right? So, yeah.
So you're saying you indicated that paper is money, and you admitted that you're telling him to go get some paper, and now you're telling me apparently I can't understand the way you talk. It means something differently.
You're just highlighting the word paper.
No, you said the word get some paper.
You're highlighting the word paper, but if you look around it, there's certain ways we talk that I'm giving off different options to mediate the situation.
So you're basically saying that in order for anybody to understand this conversation, we got to ask you to interpret, correct?
No, not necessarily, no.
Well, if you're saying that we can't understand the plain words you're giving, and you're further saying that you understand it and we don't, then it would seem that the only way we could understand would be to ask you to explain it, correct?
No, if I said the dog was red, you can understand the dog is red. With certain terminology in the way we talk, you wouldn't understand it.
I just want to be clear.
You've accomplished what you meant to accomplish. Push the play button.
I got a lawyer. When you get a lawyer, that has nothing to do with boys. And Jabari, his friend, he might as well thank him for him not being late in a few. But those are allegations, you feel me? He got enough, and you're part of the PR team. He would have had enough people to block that if Jabari didn't say nothing, bro. Those are allegations. Jabari made it official.
Yeah, so what's the next one?
Jabari's getting sued too. Jabari's getting sued for defamation as a character.
Cause everybody look bad, bro. You know, I'm just trying to.
He looked bad. He did that, bro. I didn't call you. I didn't have a gun. He left his Hollywood house. Why everybody saying everybody look bad? Why everybody point the finger? Because when I take, bro, I got Hollywood. I got so many people.
Niggas look together, bro. Niggas look together like that, man.
Niggas hanging. He's in a mansion.
I feel it.
Nigga, I paid my way around him every single time.
Did Relly ever tell you during any conversation that he had any gun or any weapon during this incident?
Not sure, no.
Not sure or no, which is it?
Really himself?
Did Relly ever tell you during any conversation that during this incident in November 2021 with the defendant that he, Relly, had a gun or any kind of weapon?
No, he never mentioned that.
In fact, he said, made very clear he didn't have a gun, correct?
Correct.
Did you ever ask the defendant if he had a gun?
No.
Keep playing.
That's him. He uses niggas. He used Tory and Hills, nigga. That was the whole joke about the whole shit with Barbie and the whole thing. nigga Barry laughed at him like, nigga, you're not using me. Nigga, the next conversation went about how he got 12 and he was on a jet or some whole shit.
I feel you. Shit wicked, Kyle. Shit wicked. You fucking y'all niggas grew up together, man. Like, you feel me? Like,
I made that nigga. Fuck growing up. I made that nigga. Not no 12, not no yams. He didn't know yams. Yams popped up at my crib on purple swag. I made that nigga. That's why you feel like that, bro. I've been power swap, been that. Jabari never did, bro. I put every last goal on my hand.
I just know that niggas are kind of endless shit, you know, behind us.
You know, and he could have.
So when you're saying you just want this shit ended, you want bygones to be bygones, you wanted to mitigate this situation, whether the defendant shot him or not, correct?
I'm saying to mediate the situation.
Did you hear what you were just quoted as saying?
Yes, I can read.
Okay, so my question is, when you're saying, I just want all you ends to kind of end this shit, and you know, bygones be bygones, you are saying you do not care what actually happened, you just want the situation to be over, correct?
No, it's not.
So what did you mean by that?
I think I answered this. When you're mediating, you want to come to a resolution, and yeah.
So I'm gonna ask this question again because you're not answering it. These are your
Sustain.
sir.
Don't editorialize.
Sir, these are your words. So I'm going to read these words, and I'm going to ask you specifically what the words meant. You said, I just want you all ends to kind of end this shit, and you know, bygones be bygones. What did you mean when you said that?
I think I just told you to mediate it and find a resolution between each other.
Okay, move on. Move on.
He's not answering the question. He's not
You just did. Move on.
Go ahead.
Ended it when he shot at me. Who ends anything when a nigga shoot at you 4 or 5 times when you gotta grab another member to protect yourself? He called me out my living space. Called me, told me to stop ducking him. He played that. That's called premeditated, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't give me a chance. He didn't tell me I'm coming to a gun battle. I came to link him to see what the fuck the status was about. He pulls out. He tries to chest bump me. He tries to chest bump me and then pull out a gun for self-defense. He's a pussy boy. And me and Ills is standing in between while he's trying to shoot me. He didn't give me no seconds. Or shit happened like that. And I got it all on camera. You don't want that, like, trust me. You stupid. He did it all on camera, Cam. So the world looking at me because of Barry's mouth right now, but in a few seconds, if I wanted to do an HBO or do anything, his whole career is fucked. Everybody's looking at me like the man.
So that's what you, what's your, I guess it was the end game, bro. Like, you feel
The end game, I'm suing this shit out of here. That was my game, and regardless, I don't give a fuck about no police, nigga. I'm going against a multi-millionaire that's trying to kill me.
So it's really good.
You were played a small clip of this by the defense that only had the I'm suing the shit out of him. That was my game regardless. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Would you agree that that clip alone, just by itself, doesn't put the rest of the conversation in context?
Objection to that.
Still no ground, Your Honor. Objection to that.
The objection is, that's an improper question, but that was an impeachment question, that's what I asked there.
That's not a legal objection. Your Honor, I keep asking you.
If you want, when the defense is asking questions, if you just want to say objection without a legal ground, I can probably infer what the legal ground is. I want to move the case along.
Your Honor, I'm just asking. The court has said they've ordered both sides. We're lawyers.
Right.
I can't respond when he doesn't give a legal ground. When the court makes me an offer that I don't have to state a legal ground, that's not the rule of court. I state a legal ground because I'm a lawyer. He simply says objection.
So what do you suggest?
He give a legal ground, as you told him.
And if he doesn't?
Then the objection is overruled, according to the evidence code and the rules of court. The court knows that. I'm not telling the court anything the court's not aware of. That's all I'm asking, Judge. Just stay around. And instead we get along.
I heard you.
Okay.
Proceed.
All right.
Besides suing somebody like that, you feel me? Now he got to face the consequences of that because he wanted to be a gangster and run out his crib like that. That has nothing to do with me. You feel me? I did my part. And look at it on my end. What else am I supposed to do?
I mean, like, squash that shit in the streets, type shit, like, money.
Ain't no street nigga. Bro, what the fuck?
I feel
You know what?
What did you mean when you said, I feel, like squash that shit in the streets type shit? What does that mean?
I think that's another cultural thing that you kind of wouldn't understand that we use, where it's really mediating the situation among ourselves.
Your Honor, can you instruct the witness to answer the question? That's not an answer.
Yeah, and refrain from suggesting to Mr. Lewin or anybody else what they would or would not understand. Just answer the question directly. Ask the question.
It's hard to answer someone.
Do your best.
Okay.
Sir, I'm asking you, listen to my question, what you meant, what you said. I'm not asking you to respond that you're mediating. That's not answering the question. I'm not actually asking you to tell me that I wouldn't understand it. You said the words. What did you mean?
Meant to find a resolution.
What specifically does it mean? Squash that shit in the street type shit. What does that mean?
Keep mentioning what it means, and I'm telling you, within our culture, it needs to find a resolution. You wouldn't
He's
understand.
answered the question and move on.
And the resolution that you've already advised him of is get some paper, get some money, and keep the
I
cops
think I
out.
answered this. I listed different options as well.
What other option did you list, sir, besides get the money? What other option did you list in?
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation. So you're mediating, and your solution is, after the victim has been shot at, your solution is he should either get some money or have a conversation with the defendant. Is that correct? That's your solution?
There's more solutions, but yes.
Well, I'm asking, what solution specifically during this call, other than get some money, did you offer to Relly to solve the situation? Maybe one.
I think just to talk. Mediate the situation, yeah, just talk.
You're aware that Relly has told you that they went to talk and the defendant pulled a gun on him and then shot at him a couple of minutes later the last time they talked. You're aware of that, correct?
But over time, people's sensitivity and their feelings kind of change, so you can come to a common ground and talk.
So your advice to Relly was, sit down with the defendant, whether he shot you or not, because times change, we need to keep the police out of it, and we need to settle this amongst ourselves. That's pretty much your advice?
Trying to mediate the situation so we can talk.
Okay.
So there's a better resolution than the circus.
Wait, a circus, or you mean a lawsuit where the defendant might suffer adverse consequences? Or a criminal case where he might suffer adverse consequences?
I just mean a resolution.
What do you mean when you just said a circus?
Just really high publicity, public things.
Well, in fact, you had this conversation in May. That was just a short time after it was publicly revealed. You're aware now, you've been watching the trial, you said, a lot of the trial. You're aware that originally when this case happened in November, that Relly was not identified. But in April of 2022, it went all over the media saying that Relly was the guy involved, calling him a snitch, calling him a rat. You're aware of that now, correct?
Time to move on. Were you aware of that?
I was aware when he told me that.
All right.
When did he tell you that?
He told me about the situation on the phone call.
Go ahead, play.
Man, this ain't no street nigga, man. He got 3 or 4 bodyguards, bro. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. This man riding around with, come on. What street shit do he do, bro? This is a street nigga, you already know what would happen. Everybody know what would happen. We're talking about A$AP Rocky, bro. The face of Dior, like, come on, stop it. This ain't a street nigga.
Nah, I'm just trying to, I'm just, cause I fuck with you heavy, bro. It's always right every time, nigga, and I fuck with you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to let people know, and the ones who's close by him, Oh, he ain't no gangster. Oh, well doing. Bro, this ain't no gangster. If this was a gangster, this would be handled in the streets.
So how niggas
He
like,
got 3 or 4 bodyguards with him 24/7.
so like, what's next though, bro? Like niggas go to court, you feel me? Like, why not just
Oh,
watch
he's
this shit?
finished. He's finished. He got to do. He got to.
Why not just ask for the bribe, or, you know?
I try to.
I want the court to understand that I will absolutely finish, Your Honor, by 5:30. I will be done. So I'm just asking the court, because I need to ask these questions, I'm asking the court for the same leeway that the defense got with Relly, who was on the stand for 5 days. So I will be done, I promise, by 5:30. So I'm just asking, as I'm asking these questions, that if there's a legitimate objection, it's the same. When the court is asking me to move on, when there's a legitimate objection.
Because there comes a point where it appears to me that you fully explored the issue, and it is time to move it. You are accomplishing what you are intending to accomplish,
Okay.
and there's no reason to keep on that same issue. And again, at the end of the case, when you argue to the jury, when Mr. Tacopina argues to the jury, argue reasonable inferences.
What the problem is, I need to confront the witness with what I'm saying. So I'll be done by 5:30, Your Honor. I just want to let the court know that. You have my word. If I'm not, you can stop me. With no argument, nothing back.
Need to respond to that?
So, what did you mean where it says, do you feel me, like, why not squash this shit? What does that mean?
Didn't I answer this? I think it meant to mediate the situation and find a resolution.
It meant to keep this. You then say, right before it, you said, what's next though, bro? Like, ends go to court? You're telling him what's going to happen is this case is going to end up in court, and you're telling him you want to squash it before it gets to court, correct?
I'm asking him what his process was, and he's telling me.
Okay, good.
Bro, and you don't ask for the bag because that's extortion, bro.
Hold on. Sorry. Does everybody understand that you don't have a page 16 in your transcript, and it's going to be up on the screen? All right, go ahead.
I can make it a little bigger, and we need to.
Can everyone see it or no?
No, we can't see it.
Are you able to eliminate the
Yes.
the picture
Yes,
and center it? Can you make it bigger?
I can.
Can everyone see it
How
now?
about that?
Also, it's also right behind, to your right. Your Honor, some jurors, if it's easier for them to see, can they stand and see
Sure, yes.
it on, if that's easier?
That one kind of goes in.
All right?
When you got somebody that's shooting at you, you ever look like I'm smart, bro. You gotta understand I'm not no dumb black nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ask for a bag without a lawyer, bro, it's called extortion. You feel me? You gotta do everything accordingly. Everything accordingly, or it's gonna catch up with you.
I feel, bro, that.
And this is right after this call, you called the defendant and told him what had transpired.
I'm trying to think if niggas could like help out.
Correct?
What'd you say?
Right after you finish this call, you call the defendant, you tell him, here's what's going on, here's what Relly said.
Right.
When's the next time you talk to Relly after that?
Didn't we answer that? I think it was August 2022, right?
So what you're saying is now, whenever you call him, you got that tape recorder ready to go, right?
Well, I think you're missing what I'm telling you.
Motion to strike is non-responsive.
Sustain.
Listen to my question. So what you're saying is, the next time you call him, you got that tape recorder ready to go. Is that right?
He called me multiple times and I missed that call him
That
back.
motion to strike is non-responsive.
Mr. Stevie, what he's asking you is a yes or no question. Gotcha. So go ahead and ask it again.
The next time you call him, in August of 2022, that's the next time you spoke to him, correct?
Correct.
And you had the tape recorder ready to go, correct?
No.
Did you tape him?
Yes.
So you were able, he calls you, I'm sorry, you call him. You made the call, right?
Yes, back.
Motion to strike is non-responsive.
I didn't hear it.
He said back instead of he's
He
answering
said
the
right
question.
back.
Well,
It doesn't
the
matter.
whole answer is non-responsive. It calls for yes or no.
Did you call him back?
Yes,
And when you called him back, you immediately were recording what he was saying, correct?
yes.
All right, let's play the next call, please.
All right, I'm going to ask to mark the transcript for the first part of the August 16, 2022 call as equals 30.
Which is the first part? Because there's two August 16th transcripts.
There, the first part is the audio file is IMG_07942. So it ends with a 2.
That's the first,
That's the first
part?
And so the transcript for that audio clip will be
30.
30. And I have copies for the jurors I'll pass out. The staples aren't totally flat, so don't poke yourself on them. Everyone ready?
Anybody have a transcript?
Yo, shit, nigga. What's going on? Shit, man, where you at? Crib now. What you want? Shit, man. I just hopped on the computer and shit. I was gonna submit them links and shit. You know which links you want to do, or you want me to take them shits? Yeah, shit, son. I'll be the one from Rolling Stone, all those other publications. Just pick the top ones, probably like TMZ, Rolling Stone shit. Alright. And then when I get it, I know I'm sorry. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna just try to get that shit to you for me. Cause you got, there's a lot of. Yo, what's your overall thoughts on this shit though? Like coming from that, like, with Rocky, like fuck all that other shit. You think I'm wrong, bro? Bro, like, you feel me? Because niggas don't even know I be talking to you, bro. So, like, real talk, like.
So on page 2, you start off by telling him, you suggest right off the top that you're going to submit those links. Those are links to the media stuff that you and Relly talked about, correct?
Correct.
So you're telling him you're going to get his story out into the media, is that right?
Yes, that's what he wanted.
But in actuality, while you're doing this, you're taping him, and after this call, you're going to tell the defendant exactly what he told you, is that right?
Correct.
And in fact, on page 3, you straight lie to him, and you say, bro, like you feel me, because ends don't even know I'd be talking to you, bro. You're saying the defendant doesn't know that you're talking to him, correct?
Niggas doesn't mean the defendant. Niggas can mean people.
Listen to me, I'm not asking you what it can mean, I'm saying what it meant here is you are
I'm
making...
telling you that.
I'm not asking for any education.
Ask him what he meant by it.
What I believe you meant by it, sir, was you are telling him that Rocky does not know that he's talking to you, correct?
I think I just answered that, where niggas, another cultural thing,
Won't you
means
strike as
people,
non-responsive?
doesn't mean the defendant.
Just a minute.
Listen to my question. Isn't it true that by saying, in this time, during this conversation, not in general, when you say, bro, like you feel me, because ends don't even know I be talking to you, bro, you are saying to him that the defendant does not know that you are talking to him.
No, and there's also plural there, so defendant is singular.
And right after that, you literally say, so like real talk, like I'm even trying to play both sides. That is referring to Relly and the defendant, correct?
I think I just answered where niggas to me in this.
Motion to strike is non-responsive. Please instruct the juror to answer the question being asked, or you won't go home
You
today.
mean the witness?
The witness, excuse me, yes, Your Honor. I'm being as patient as I can, but I want my question
It's
answered.
very important that if he asks you a yes or no question, that you ask yes or no, and don't volunteer it.
Sometimes do not answer.
I understand that.
So I try to get my.
Well, what he's asking is a yes or no.
Can you ask again?
Isn't it true that when you said, bro, like you feel me, because ends don't even know I be talking to you, bro, so like real talk, like I ain't even trying to play both sides. You are saying to him that the defendant does not know that you are talking to Ralph.
No. Just told you.
And that's not what it meant. So you're saying, no, that's not what it meant.
No, because
Objection, ask and answer.
I literally just told you.
Stop. The objection sustained. Then ask him what he did mean.
So I want to ask you what you meant specifically by that comment, and I'm not asking for a general statement about mediation. What did you specifically mean by those words in that comment?
People, friends, niggas with an S is plural didn't mean the singular to the defendant.
So what did it mean when immediately after that you say, I ain't even trying to play both sides? What side are you talking about?
Which line are you saying so I can read?
It's directly after what I just read to you, page 3.
Yeah,
Lines 8, and it goes through 12.
yeah, that line doesn't have to do with the first one, right? It's just me saying within the mediation, I'm not trying to pick both sides.
And by both sides, you mean the defendant and Terrell, correct? Those are the two sides.
Correct.
So when you are saying, I ain't even trying to take both sides, right after saying that basically ends don't even know that I'm talking to you, bro, you are saying the defendant does not know that I'm talking to you, and I'm not trying to take sides.
Objection, ask and answer, sustained.
Go ahead. Keep going.
I ain't even trying to play both sides. I'm just a genuine nigga that means all, you feel me? So, like, I honestly think it just looks like bad on both y'all niggas' names, you feel me? Like, it don't even matter, like, real shit, it don't even matter how, like, what went on, it's like, really what the...
See, I'm not even looking at it like a person's name. I'm looking at the circumstances, you know what I mean? Because I'm still gonna understand. I even still try to reach out to his peoples, to John and all of that. Like I could have went straight to the boys and did all that extra shit in the beginning, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, really.
I just think that his fame and his legacy, and how my lawyers.
What was just played, where Terrell told you that he didn't even reach out to the boys originally, you agree, he's telling you that he didn't reach out to the police originally.
Can you start referring me to the line so I can read what you're reading?
Sure.
Follow you? Thanks.
Sure.
Your Honor, objection lacks foundation, speculation, lacks personal knowledge. He can't speak to what the witness, what the other witness
Well,
conversation means.
Mr. Najimi just asked to be referred to a line. So do that, Mr. Najimi. Which line are you referring to?
One moment, Your Honor.
And on page 4?
1 second, Your Honor. Lines 2 through 5, Your Honor. With respect to the objection, the witness has repeatedly stated that I can't understand what exactly he means in these conversations. So I have to ask him because he refuses to acknowledge the plain words.
You're entitled to ask.
So what did you mean by that?
Well, that's Terrell Efron.
Isn't it true that what Terrell was telling you was that he tried to keep the police out of it and handle it without their involvement? That's
Your
what
Honor, again, objection, same objection, speculation, lack of foundation. He can't speak to what's in the
Overruled.
That's what he said. Can't tell you what he meant.
But the way you took that is he's telling you, hey, I could have went straight to the boys. That means I could have went straight to the police, correct?
Yeah.
Okay? But he says he did all that extra shit from the beginning. So he's telling you, I could have done that, but I didn't. That's what he's saying, correct?
That's what he said.
Okay.
I think we start here, I think it's close to where we paused.
It froze again?
Things and his legacy, like how my lawyers were saying, it's the fact that it's my skin color. People thinking that I'm supposed to be at a certain, which is like crash, like people expect black people to be crash test dummies. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it.
Like, oh, you a hood nigga. Oh, you supposed to be like this. Like, what?
Yeah, what you thinking? Like, I think niggas should just resolve that shit peacefully, quietly, like, you feel me? Like, and just like, my God.
That's what I tried. I tried. He didn't even reach out to me or nothing. Like, this is nothing. Like, he's still thinking that this shit is a joke. He's gonna find out when he go to preliminary hearing, and that's when his people are gonna try to reach out because they're gonna realize how bad this shit is.
How much
You know what I'm saying?
How much money you looking for? Like, what you feel me?
It's not how much I'm looking for, it's what I'm suing for, what stands in the bracket for what it is.
I feel, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of different reasons. It's 4 different lawsuits.
I feel what you thinking. Wow, how you thinking that shit look though? Like, you feel me? Like,
What you mean?
like just like, you know, from the perspective of just like outside looking in, you feel me? Like,
Oh, I feel good because I know who this dude is, and I don't he never look down to nobody. He really not who people think they like. When the smoke clears, he's not that person. You get what I'm saying? So if he would have did, you gotta understand. I knew Rocky before anybody. He knew my brother died. He knew I was fucked up. He knew Ty Beats was fucked up. He know a lot of people. He know everybody's situation. This man is Mr. 6 months. You know what I'm saying? He come around, he tell you, yeah, he gonna fix shit, and you don't even have to put money to fix shit. And then guess what? You're gonna see Rocky for another 6 months. He got a new bodyguards, he in new set situations. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he robbed people to sleep so much to how can you even feel sympathy? You get what I'm saying? Because when do I get my sympathy? You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why you don't just take like a couple M's and chill? You feel me? Like,
it's not to me. That's not the way how it goes. When you do a lawsuit, I try to do it that way. You see what he said when I sent you that, what you call it?
yeah, I feel. But how about now? You feel me? How about now though? You feel me?
It's too late. Like, it's too late. My lawsuit is still in already with the, like,
The niggas
when I went to the lawyers filed, gave the police the evidence, but you can't sue somebody with circumstances like that without criminal actions because it's such a heinous crime.
So there's no way you could like withdraw the lawsuit type of shit and then, you know, or just settle type of shit, you feel me?
No, he would settle, and then that means that I would go to court or wouldn't do anything, and he have to go against the state, and it would be way less.
Yeah, man.
So that's attempted murder. That's not like me and you thrown together. We had an argument, and then a fight broke out, and a gun came out. He purposely knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
When you purposely know what you're doing, that's a whole different ballgame. You get what I'm saying? And I'm still feel sympathetic for this man because I know him. I know what he's about to endure. But he told me, fuck off, go to the police. He told me this type of shit. If I were to put that out, when I sent you, if I was to put that out to the world, bro, they would laugh at him. I'm not the toughest nigga in the world. I don't know too many gangster niggas that's gonna come at Rocky. He's a millionaire, bro. That shit can come from anywhere. He decided jeopardizing your career, you're jeopardizing yourself and everybody you're around, so you gotta take that threat out. Because that's the only way I would think. Yeah, man. Like, who gets caught after somebody firing on you 5 times, bro? Nobody.
Yeah, even if niggas like settle, you feel me? Like,
Then
none of that shit come out.
none of that could come out then because I can put it up, but then that's what I'm signing the NDA for, and that's what my lawsuit takes in place. You get what I'm saying?
So why don't niggas just do that? Like, if you gonna be trying to
He's
get away with this shit,
bro,
like,
he's waiting to go to the very hearing because he don't know. Rocky don't even know the shit I sent you like that.
I mean, I would probably talk to him and shit and figure out, you know, like, some.
I don't even want to know the message relayed like that because he had over years to reach out to me, bro. I'm not the hardest person to reach. You get what I'm saying? He chose to do that. Like, when you see what I just sent you the other day, how he reacted off of me hitting up John to try to figure out what we're going to do here before I even get up a lawyer or anything. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he don't want to hear nothing from nobody, bro. Like, like, some people is like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, to the shit.
And I don't want to jeopardize what you have going on, anything that you spoke to me. Like, don't even put yourself involved in this shit, bro. Plus, a lot of people start looking at you funny, and I don't need you feeling like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just trickled down to everyone, you feel me? Like, even if you didn't do it, you feel me?
Your Honor, I'd ask you, Mark, the second portion of this call, the transcript as People's 31.
All right, this is what's, the audio is IMG0794.
This is roughly, yes.
All right, so the last transcript is 31.
And it is a much shorter call. That was part 2. This one's 07942. This one's 079. Oh, yeah. Yes.
This is part of the August 16th call?
Yes. I think it's, as he said, the end of the call, because he had to cut it up. This one?
I'm trying to think if niggas could like help out and like try to talk to the nigga you told me to like.
Bro, he's not even a talkable person, bro. I'm gonna be honest, especially with this type of state of mind. He got 2 more days till he go to court.
I mean, I would probably talk to him and shit and figure out, you know, like some.
I don't even want to know message relayed like that because he had over years to reach out to me, bro. I'm not the hardest person to reach. You get what I'm saying? He chose to do that. Like, when you see what I just sent you the other day, how he reacted off of me hitting up John to try to figure out what we're going to do here before I even get up a lawyer or anything. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he don't want to hear nothing from nobody, bro. And so like, some people is like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, to the shit.
And I don't want to jeopardize what you have going on, anything that you spoke to me. Like, don't even put yourself involved in this shit, bro. Plus, a lot of people start looking at you funny, and I don't need you feeling like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just trickled down to everyone, you feel me? Like, even if you didn't do it, you feel me? Like,
everybody's career who worked for him.
You feel me? So
Everybody who worked for him, but he did that because he's stingy, bro. I can't not do what I'm doing and think about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta worry about myself and worry about what the fuck happened to me. He wasn't thinking about nobody. Everybody's thinking like that, but then when it comes out, the niggas are gonna really start hating him because, bro, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself out there to do something like that where it's unforgivable, bro? You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, this ain't something like, it was a fight, you punch me, I could sue you, you don't go to jail, bro, you fired on me.
Yeah, niggas not trying to go to jail, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas can find some resolution. But they thinking about how much you want to get and shit, you don't even know.
I already know. I'm in 30 M's.
Yeah. That's crazy, son. Oh, that's crazy.
I'm in 30 M's. That's why I'm not like, you tell me I'm a smart nigga, bro.
I was gonna say, well, what the cops gonna say? You feel me? Because niggas are trying to go to jail type shit. Like,
he's gonna have to deal with that and his political ties and everything else. Because once I walk away, when I get my cash, the case is way weaker. It's just like a domestic violence case. If you was to hit your bitch and your bitch was to keep on going through with the situation, you go down. But if you're not there, then you're going against the state and it's way weaker.
but at the court shit, what's going on at court? You feel me? That just against the state type of shit.
If I'm not there, if he pays me out through my lawsuit, I'll walk away.
And then it's gonna be your case
because I'm on another highway to relax. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna be scrambling to find me because now they have to go against Rocky, the state. And here they have evidence and this and that, but it's not gonna be the same when you put him into a jury and you don't have a complaining witness. You get what I'm saying? So now they're gonna have to offer him a deal.
You repeatedly, during this conversation, kept going back to saying things like, and could drop the shit, meaning the lawsuit, correct?
Yes, I'm giving out options to mediate the situation.
Would you agree that with what I just played to you, there are approximately 10 different times where you suggest to Relly that he could drop this shit, drop the lawsuit? Would you agree?
It was an option to mediate the situation, right?
Would you agree that in what I just played you a moment ago, this is on page 4 of the last transcript, he says, like, this ain't something like it was a fight and punching you. I could sue you. You're going to jail, bro. You're fired on me. And you respond, yeah. Ends not trying to go to jail, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, ends could find some resolution. You are saying to him that ASAP Rocky doesn't want to go to jail, and you are saying you want to find a resolution that involves money, correct?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying when people are charged with things, if they're not guilty or if they're guilty, sometimes the repercussion is jail.
So,
And let me finish. And I personally don't like seeing people go to jail. So,
do you have a problem with people going to jail if they shoot at somebody?
no.
You don't want them to go to jail even for that, correct?
No, if you're guilty of a crime, you should go to jail within the justice system, right?
So your position is, I just want to be clear because you said both. Your position is that if ASAP Rocky is guilty, if he did this, then he should be convicted.
Objection.
He's already said in his, he said previously that he did not want anybody convicted of any crime where they went to jail. This goes to that was the first 5 minutes of his examination. I then clarified. So this goes to his bias and
Stop. Read the question back. Kathy, give it down.
Which question?
The last one.
can I just re-ask? Make it faster.
Yes, definitely.
Isn't it true that whether he committed this crime or not, you do not want him to be convicted?
Objection.
Let's go to bias.
I think I answered this. If you're committed of a crime, there's repercussions, guilty and not guilty.
You're not answering the question.
Listen to my question.
Okay.
If he committed this crime, isn't it true that even if that's correct, even if he committed the crime, you do not want him to be convicted?
If he committed a crime, then he should be convicted.
And you're saying that's what you want. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You said that you were here to mediate, right?
I think I said it 10 times now.
Yeah. And mediate means you talk to both sides, right?
Yes.
So when you tried to mediate with Terrell on May 12th, and then you called the defendant, tell me about the conversation you had with him where you were mediating.
Who's him?
Rocky. Tell me about that conversation.
It's argumentative and he's yelling at me.
Oh no.
Well, the conversation is I'm hearing his side.
And what was his side? What did he say?
He really just said it was really just an argument, and they felt differences between situations.
He admitted to you that he had shot at Relly, correct?
Incorrect.
Did he ever tell you during that conversation, hey, listen, it was a prop gun? Did he ever say that?
No.
Well, if you're trying to mediate and you're trying to figure out a resolution, and you've talked to one party and you've heard what they have to say, then don't you have to go back to ASAP Rocky and say, hey, listen, Relly is saying you shot him. Did you not say that to him?
Mediating sometimes is hearing both sides and giving some options.
So what was the side he gave to you for what happened? What did Rocky tell you happened?
I just told you.
No, I want to know specifically, what exactly did he say happened?
Excuse me, objection. Is there a reason he's yelling at the witness?
What exactly did he tell you happened?
I don't recall the specifics. I just told you the general overview.
You don't recall the specifics of whether ASAP Rocky told you whether he shot the defendant or not? The victim or not? You don't recall that?
No.
Yes, answer.
So he might have told you that he shot the victim, you just don't remember. Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Well, so you just said you don't remember. Now you're saying, no, he didn't tell me that he shot him. So if you don't remember, how do you know that's not what he said?
Well, I don't want to be wrong.
Well, so that's what I just told you.
Fair question.
As you sit here, sir, you said you were trying to mediate this dispute between Rocky and Relly. You talked to Relly, and Relly gave you a lengthy version of what happened on that November night, correct?
Correct.
So my question to you is, if you're going to mediate, you have to have asked Rocky what happened, correct?
Correct.
So what you're saying is, I asked him what happened, but I don't remember what he said, correct?
Correct. I said I don't remember the details.
And let me ask you, if he would have told you, hey, I shot him with a prop gun, you would sure as heck remember that, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
So you would not remember if ASAP Rocky was saying, hey, everything Relly said is not true, I shot him with a prop gun.
I don't recall specifics.
So as you sit here, you would agree that you understand, as I'm asking this question, that if you admit that ASAP Rocky either told you he shot Relly or admitted that it wasn't a prop gun, you understand that will be very bad for him.
Objection to relevancy of what this witness understands is bad for Rocky, Your Honor? Can you let that question go?
That's not.
No speaking objections.
Oh, okay.
The question,
Let me read that question back. Your Honor.
the question goes to bias. Bias.
That's not about bias.
What's that?
That's not about bias. Listen to the question. It's asking for his opinion of what happens to him.
Your Honor, this is the long speaking objection.
The question is designed to elicit an answer, and the answer could go to bias and interest in the result of the trial.
Can the question be read back?
Yes.
So as you sit here, you would agree that you understand, as I'm asking this question, that if you admit that ASAP Rocky either told you he shot Relly or admitted that it wasn't a prop gun, you understand that will be very bad for you.
It's a fair question.
Yes, I understand.
Is it still your testimony that as you sit here, that you have testified as an unbiased witness? Is that your testimony?
Yes.
You said that you don't recall specifically what ASAP Rocky told you during this mediation, correct?
Correct.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe, as you sit here, whether it's true or not, do you believe that it is reasonable that you can have a mediation with ASAP Rocky about what happened during this incident and you have no memory of what he told you, does that sound reasonable to you?
Yes.
That sounds reasonable.
Yes.
Nothing further.
Was this a formal mediation, sir? Were you a mediator?
This is direct examination.
Was this a formal, you just asked a million questions about this mediation. Were you performing a formal mediation?
No.
Okay. Now, let's get back to something. Sir, you were brought in here by the defense to authenticate 2 tapes, nothing more.
Objection, this is leading.
Sustain. Sustain.
Why were you brought in here by the defense?
To
That's going to call
verify,
for speculation.
Overruled.
Speculation.
to
Why was
verify,
brought in?
Overruled.
to verify audio that was said by the victim that wasn't me or him.
Okay. That you heard Mr. Efron say was fake?
Correct.
That's
Yes.
why you brought here?
Yes.
You were cross-examined for 2+ hours.
Objection, that's argumentative already.
Sustain. Sustain.
So all those questions that you were just asked for, how many minutes it was, sir?
Objection, argumentative question can't be considered.
Did I even ask
Question
the
hasn't been
Formal
asked.
argument?
The question hasn't been asked yet. It's premature.
Okay.
All the questions you were just asked by Mr. Lewin, did he once ask you,
Objection, argumentative.
did he ask the question?
You've got to let him finish the question.
Good.
You've got to let him finish the question.
You all right?
No, don't talk to each other.
Here's the question. Did Mr. Lewin ask you once if you fabricated those tapes, like Mr. Efron swore to the jury?
Objection,
No.
objection, it's irrelevant, it's also outside the scope.
Overruled.
No, he never asked me.
Never asked you that. There's 2 things, by the way, on these transcripts that were played that I would like to just ask you about. I'm not going to replay them because I want to get you out of here in 5 minutes, okay? On page 7 of the transcript prepared by the district attorney, which was the May 12, 2022 transcript. If you find that, let me know, sir. You have one second, get out. May 20.
May 12, 2022, page 7,
Yes, sir. On the top,
line
226.
what does it say?
Where Mr. Efron says, and this was played right for you and the jury, whether I cripple him because he's a multimillionaire, bro, I'm not having nobody shoot at me where I'm taking it on the chin, and 2, I'm not about to spin on Rocky's block. I'm already a millionaire. And then you say N-word. See that?
Yes.
Okay. So there he's telling you he's a millionaire,
Yes.
Mr. Efron. Are you aware that he testified in this courtroom that what he told you was not true there?
Objection, relevance, it's also improper.
Sustain. Sustain.
On page 13 of the August 16, 2022 transcript, and it's the 974-2, like this. 974-2, it's August 16, 2022,
Which page were you at?
page 13. Again, so this was played for you in the jury, I'm just going to not play it again, but I'm just going to read it. The top attribution from Mr. Efron, lines 2 through 6. Mr. Efron said to you in this recorded call, he chose to do that, like, and you've seen what I just sent you the other day, how he reacted off of me hitting up John, trying to figure out what we're going to do here before I even hit up the lawyer or anything. Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
And who do you understand John to be?
Rocky's old manager.
Okay. And he's saying here he hit up John before he even hit up a lawyer, right?
Yes.
The first question I asked you, one of the snippets I said to you earlier, and it was played again by the district attorney, and don't worry about the transcript, is that Mr. Efron said to you, you heard in this courtroom, both when I was asking you questions and Mr. Lewin, you know what I'm saying? You asked for a bag without a lawyer, bro, it's called extortion. Remember that?
Yes.
When Mr. Efron said to you, and you just heard it, I'm gonna get 30 M's, the DA won't find me, I'll be relaxing on an island. Were those words fake, or was that Mr. Efron?
That was Mr. Efron.
You didn't put those words in his mouth?
No.
This is outside the scope of cross. I never asked about any actual whether the words were real or not.
All right.
It's outside the scope. Motion's over.
He's not going to be able to come back for any more questioning.
And are
Whether
you
it's outside the scope or not, it's a fair question.
Are you sure, sir, you didn't come here to authenticate these tapes? You can get 2 business class tickets for 13-hour flights over the 30-hour period.
Objection,
from Paris.
leading and argument.
Not right.
It's leading.
It is.
Why did you come here again, sir?
To verify lies that were told in my name. And
Why?
Because audio was played to the victim and he was saying they were fake. So I wanted to confirm that they were real.
Thank you.
All right. No.
I have 2 questions, Your Honor.
2?
Yes.
Okay, what's question number 1?
I need
Question
to
number
say
one
my
is-
questions in that. Question number 1 is going to be, in answering the questions that you were just asked, does any of the questions, do they change what happened on the night of November 6th?
Objection. It's no personal.
The answer is obviously no.
Well, Your Honor,
Nothing is,
when you say it's obviously no, it doesn't mean
the question goes without asking, without saying. It can't change what happened in the past. Ask question number 2. It's an irrelevant question.
One moment, Your Honor. As you sit here on that witness stand, answering questions, isn't it true that with every question you've been asked, you have been thinking, how is my answer going to impact whether or not that man is convicted?
Yes, sir.
No.
All right, folks, thank you again for staying over. We'll resume tomorrow at 10:30. Please don't discuss the case amongst yourselves or anybody else, and we will see you tomorrow.